privacy compliance program for Indian businesses, and then the privacy impact assessment. We talked about the basics of it yesterday. Today we'll talk about the benefits of conducting a PIA. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And as I said, we are going to talk about conducting PIA for Indian businesses, the benefits of the same. So while building the privacy compliance program, we have already gone through the following things. We discussed initially about what a privacy compliance program is and what are the benefits of the program, and why is a privacy compliance program important. We spoke about creating a privacy team. We talked about data mapping and doing an inventory of all the data that we have in our organization, which was followed by understanding all the processes and seeing whether these processes are already privacy compliant or making changes in them and making them privacy compliant. Just want to make sure that the personal data of any associate of ours in any kind of relationship does not get compromised. We talked about the 5 basic privacy principles. We said we will define a clear purpose of why are we collecting personal data, or why are we having personal data stored with us. Because the DPDP Act says that collecting, storing, using, sharing with third parties and deleting, if you do any of these 5 things with the personal data, then you are liable to be privacy compliant with the DPDP Act 2023. Even if the data was there with you prior to August 23, right? So we define the clear purpose, we call it purpose limitation. We'll collect data only according to the purpose and only the minimum required for the purpose, data minimization. While collecting the data, we'll explain the purpose to you and we'll seek your granular consent, item-wise consent. So that became consent management. We'll define internal policies of how we are handling the personal data and what are our commitments outside, privacy policy, and we define a detailed notice for the outside world as privacy notice for them to understand what are we going to do with their personal data. The data principal rights and the vendor management as to what are the kind of clauses we should be careful while we are signing contracts with our third parties. We spoke about the grievance redressal system, data security, and finally we talked about the incident management and the best practices around incident management. And today, as I said, we are talking of privacy impact assessments. We spoke about basics yesterday. Today we are going to understand the benefits of privacy impact assessment. So what is privacy impact assessment? We talked about this yesterday. It's a tool, not necessarily an external software, but could be a set of spreadsheets designed depending on the size of your organization. A small organization can do it on spreadsheets and docs. So a tool to identify and minimize risks, assess personal data processing processes. So you pick up all the processes, go through them again and check, are they meeting the privacy principles? Are they meeting or being near to privacy by design principles? Are they adhering to the requirements of DPDP Act 2023? And if you are able to do that, then it is good. Process of doing that is privacy impact assessment, advised to be done every time you start a new collection process, advised to be done for all the existing processes you have as to how are they being stored. For example, we are doing a very basic thing. You are using a particular brand and type of storage and you are upgrading to a new brand and type of storage, maybe better capabilities, better capacities, whichever. So do a PIA to make sure that the new storage is privacy compliant. What does that mean? It supports role-based access, it supports encryption, it allows doing other privacy enhancement techniques like anonymization, so that data stored over there is safe. And all these form the valuable data processing practices for your organization. The key benefits of conducting a privacy impact assessment is that it helps you reduce the risk of breaches, risk of regulatory fines. It's very, very important. 250 crores in India, 4% of global turnover in Europe. Demonstrate your compliance readiness. You have already done the assessments. All the processes are clear. You have mitigated the risk. You can always say, see, I am ready. Ask me the samples, artifacts I can give you. Helps build your customer trust and supports ethical data management practices for your organization. Apart from these benefits, there is a strategic value that is there for the Indian businesses if they do PIA and follow the privacy compliance. They stay ahead of evolving privacy regulations. They act or they enable better collaboration collaboration across their teams. They are especially used for businesses handling sensitive data, children's data, and automated decision making. Right. So such organizations, and sensitive data is data that a breach of that can harm the individual. Children data is data for minors. Right. Automated decision making is where you are using AI to decide for things. Right. So any of these being done, then doing the PIA gets an additional strategic value for your business. It helps you build a privacy accountable culture in your organization. So that's about the PIA and its benefits for your organization when it comes to creating a privacy compliance program. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.